Welcome back, everybody, to part two and part two today on episode 40 is about the Anzac biscuits. Now, we put 2 cups of rolled oats in, some coconut, some nut flex, some boiling water, bicarbonate soda, golden syrup, some flour, and a bit of sugar. And we mixed it all the ingredients in. Well, I did most of the work myself. And then we rolled the mixture into balls and then flattened them out and baked them in the oven. And to tell us more about that, good afternoon to my outsider. Welcome to you. Thanks for joining me for part two.
Thanks for having me, Barry. Yeah, Barry came up with the idea of Anzac biscuits, and I think he read my mind. I was thinking the same thing. And yeah, Barry was really good at mixing them and rolled them, and yeah, I think it turned out pretty good, don't you, Barry?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're sorry that we've had to edit part one today, but that's what television and YouTubing is all about. We can't go into detail on that on the show, but the Anzac biscuits, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to look up a recipe from Donna Hay and try them yourself. And Anzac biscuits, guys, are absolutely beautiful for a morning tea snack with a cup of coffee or tea, or just any time snack. Here's my outsider for her opening sequence on this.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better, Barry. You know, they're a great little snack. They're easy to make, and yeah, I think they're an all-round winner.
And it's a perfect wet weather activity too. It should have been a wet weather activity on Alana's birthday. It was so miserable. If you don't mind me saying,
It was.
it was miserable and cold and wet.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, well, here we are on a beautiful sunny day here today, and I'm glad that you can join us here for it. And the Wednesday wraps are back, ladies and gentlemen, and we've taken them off the shelves so my outsider and I can bring you some cracking programs. And this is week two, is it, or week one?
Two, I think.
Week two of the return series of the programs. We thought that we'd never see you again, but it's great to be back into the studio with you once again, and hopefully we will be able to go out and bring the show to you live soon. Okay, so be patient about that. And like I said in the beginning episode of, well, the first part of the episode, um, keep your social distancing. We will remind you at the end of part two of episode 40 today. And up the road today, Alana and I saw a big block of units being constructed. Here she is.
We did, didn't we, Barry?
where the old liquor store used to be. It used to be called Liquorland,
Mm.
but now there's one up in the land behind. So, Anzac biscuits. They are so Moorish, you will want more and more and more. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Barry. They're very Moorish, aren't they?
But make sure, like I said last week, make sure you have enough room for the evening meal. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, that's a really valid point, Barry. You know, you got to make sure that you don't overdo it and eat too much. Otherwise, you'll feel sick, won't you, Barry?
You will. And our program today is proudly brought to you by Mackenzie's Coconut. We thank you, Mackenzie's, for coming on board and sponsoring the second part. And of course, Aki,
Aquium?
yeah, hand sanitizer. And of course, by me, Barry Beard, your narrator on the show. And of course, um, Anzac biscuits is what we made today, and they were absolutely beautiful. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, they were, weren't they, Barry?
They were indeed. And now it's time for a weather update on the show. It's 7 minutes after 2. Well, Sydney's weather today, look at that. Sunny after all that rain. Here's my offsider.
I know, how lucky are we that it's finally gotten better?
And and some New South Wales residents are cleaning up after the big wet that we had. Here's my offsider.
Definitely. I completely agree with that.
And just a reminder, don't drive in flooded areas or flooded creeks. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, that's a really valid point, isn't it, Barry?
Because if you do that, you will be swamped. You will go, you will be stuck. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, you don't want to be stuck, do you?
Now, you remember, now in 1999, okay, Sydney had a very big wet, and so did the Gold Coast. And the Gold Coast hinterlands, where the rivers birth their banks. Now, Yamba had 300 millimeters that day, and then another 300 millimeters. So a lot of rain falling in the Sydney area on that occasion. So a very soggy Sydney indeed, but here today we are enjoying a beautiful sunny afternoon. Here's my offsider.
We are enjoying a beautiful day.
Well, now it's time to talk about what's coming up next week on the show. Next week on the show, we'll be talking about healthy eating and drinking, and the recipe idea for the week. So if you've got any recipe ideas that you'd like to share with us on the show, we'd certainly like to hear from you. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, me and Barry are always looking for new ideas, aren't we, Barry?
So whether it's a cake or biscuits or a slice or a pie, please let us know. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, I agree with Barry, guys. Like, please let us know. We'll work it into the show.
Work it into the show and please do subscribe to our new series. Well, I'm still a compare after 40 episodes, so please do let us know what you'd like us to cover on the show. Our closing segment sequence, just reminding you guys, sanitize and make sure you've got enough cleaning products. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, I completely agree, Barry. Gotta make sure you've got enough.
And make sure you've got enough paper towels and disinfectant to clean my home with and your surfaces. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, I completely agree, Barry. Definitely.
And like we said at the start of the show, okay, don't flout the rules. Stay home if you're not well and get your temperature checked. Here's my outsider for her closing sequence on this.
I completely agree, Barry. It's very important.
Because we've got 19 new cases in New South Wales now. Okay, they've all been linked to a couple of restaurants and a couple of schools, and please get tested, guys. Even if you haven't got symptoms, it is very important. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, I completely agree, Barry.
So we'd like to thank you for joining us on episode 40 today. Episode 41 coming up very shortly. But we hope that you've enjoyed episode 40 today. Thanks for your company today, and we'll catch you next week here on the show. Here's my outsider for her farewell now.
Sounds good, Barry. Keen to see you guys next time.
And we'll see you next Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. And who knows what we'll be cooking up next week. Maybe we'll cook up some damper, who knows. So until then, guys, Barry Fair and Alana Wilson wishing you a very pleasant afternoon and stay safe, everyone.